Hi nurses, Karina here with Aureus Medical. In today's Clinical Corner, we'll be speaking with Betsy Martin. Betsy Martin is a teammate of mine and she's also a clinical RN. We're going to jump right into the topic today and speak about how to have a successful travel assignment. So Betsy, we'll just dive right into this. What are some tips that you would recommend travelers to have a successful travel assignment?
So I think one of the most important things that travelers can do is to do their homework ahead of time. Really scrutinize the assignment, ask really detailed questions, especially during the interview when you have the chance to talk to that unit manager, and ask them questions about the patient types on the unit, procedures they do on the unit, what equipment they might have, what charting software, nurse to patient ratio is really important. Also floating, what's their floating policy, and if they're going to float you, exactly which units might you be floated to. So you really need to have all that information in front of you to make sure you have the right skills for that assignment.
Okay, those are all very good questions to ask, just so when you get to your assignment, you're not stressed out about anything, you're not surprised on anything either.
Exactly.
So as far as housing goes, what would you recommend for travelers to do on that case?
So housing is really important. It really establishes your comfort level while you're there on assignment. I would advise to not skimp on housing. Find a place that where you feel safe, where you can get proper rest, and think about the commute times. You don't want to be in an hour of traffic before or after a 12-hour assignment. So where you live can really set the tone for the overall assignment.
Okay, and as far as scheduling goes, what would you recommend for travelers? How many hours should they work? What would you recommend?
So, travelers are expected to be flexible and accommodating to our facilities because they are being hired to help with staffing. However, as much as you can control, know what your limits are. Maybe don't schedule yourself for 6 12-hour shifts in a row because you want to take a side trip or something like that. Know your limits and really stick to it.
Okay. And as far as support system goes, some of these travelers are going to places where they don't know anybody. So what would you recommend for like a support system and getting to meet new people?
Yeah, that's really important because that also really sets the tone for the assignment. So, some people travel in pairs, which I think is a great idea. That way you have someone else who's there kind of in it with you. Also, maybe consider a location where you know at least one friend or one family member. So if you do need something, you have someone you can go to. And then if you're in a location where you don't have any connections, then be proactive about making connections. So there's a lot of meetup groups, Facebook groups, things like that. So really reach out and try to build a support system for yourself.
I love what you said about support groups, Betsy. For example, we do have some support groups on Facebook. I'll link them below so you can visit them. They're a great resource for you. Thank you again for your time to speak with us. I'm sure our travelers enjoyed it as well. Go ahead and reach out today if you're interested in traveling and also would like some advice. We'd be happy to chat. Thank you.